Today on CTV News at 5, the search for answers continues in the disappearance of Eli Wood, 3 months after fire broke out at his Kitchener apartment. The questions and role social media is playing in the case. Plus, blowing snow warnings in place as blizzard-like conditions slam parts of southern Ontario, how it could impact your evening commute. And eating healthy on a budget. 3 simple dinner ideas you can make at home and save money while you're at it. CTV News at 5 starts right now. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for being here with us. It has been 3 months since Eli Wood was last seen after a fire broke out at his Kitchener apartment. Police suspect arson and foul play, but have yet to provide updates or explanations. In the meantime, some people online are taking matters into their own hands. From detailed breakdowns to conspiracy theories, the case is being talked about all over social media. Experts say while getting the word out is important, what's more important is ensuring that information being shared is accurate and helps the investigation rather than doing more harm.
It's fine, but the criticisms of the police and a whole bunch of silly theories aren't going to help find Eli. And so it just creates tension in the air that the police don't need. So just, mind your own business ultimately. Trust the police to do what they need to do. And if you can help find Eli, then help. Other than that, stay out of it.
At 6, we hear from one of Eli's friends on the impact of his disappearance and the role social media is playing in the case. From major growth to a major drop, that's what Waterloo Region is seeing when it comes to its population. Following a 3-year surge, Kitchener, Waterloo and Cambridge dropped in the countrywide rankings when it comes to population growth during a 12-month period. From July 2024 to July 2025, the area only saw a rate of growth of 0.3% or 2,166 residents. It's the smallest increase in decades, but not surprising to experts considering a nationwide mass exodus of foreign students and temporary workers.
So a municipality like the region that has experienced significant growth in foreign students in particular, it's not a big surprise that the decrease in foreign students coming in offsets what otherwise is, not bad growth when you look at the statistics, and the immigration coming in is still pretty strong, but it's offset by this reduction in foreign students.
The population as of July 1st in the Tri-Cities is just over 701,000 people. The city of Waterloo is voting this afternoon on a controversial renoviction bylaw. If passed, the bylaw would aim to reduce the number of bad faith evictions by landlords. The term renoviction is when a landlord evicts tenants under the guise of renovations only to re-rent to new tenants at a higher rate. Other cities like Hamilton and Toronto have passed a similar bylaw, but staff at the city of Waterloo are not recommending this bylaw due to several issues, including not having the staffing capacity to implement the bylaw. Today, demonstrators marched from Waterloo Town Square to City Hall, urging council to vote in favor of it.
Forces these landlords to basically register that they have a major renovation, to prove with documentation what the renovations are going to entail, and then the process is able to be monitored to make sure that they're actually adhering to the rule, because right now there's nothing to stop them from evicting somebody and then slapping a coat of paint on just to sell it out to somebody for more money.
The meeting is happening this hour, so we'll bring you an update on that tonight at 6. For now, we turn to the weather with CTV's Ashley Bacon. Of course, a big story today is the forecast. Wow, is it ever windy? Blowing snow advisories. I believe you said squall warnings are in place too.
There's a squall warning, a blowing snow warning, and a blizzard warning for some parts. It's a busy weather day. It's going to be a busy weather weekend. I spoke with some of our friends at Environment Canada last week, and they said we might hit some record-breaking cold days in the coming days. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Leanne, but it's going to be cold. And look, we're in winter. It's bound to happen.
We are.
Let's take a look at some of these warnings we were just telling you about. So the blizzard warning is in the darker area, closer to southern Georgian Bay, Wyerton, Mount Forest. You're looking between 20 and 40 centimeters of snow, 70 to 90 kilometer gusts of wind. In the yellow zone, though, you're looking at 5 to 10 centimeters, heavy snow at times and blowing snow throughout. So in that blizzard conditions, you do have to be careful. Here in Waterloo region right now, -10, but feeling a little bit colder than that with the wind chill. Let's take a look outside right now from uptown Waterloo. You can see from our tower cam there, the blizzard is blizzarding out there.
It is uncomfortable if you are outside for too long. Of course, can be a concern for people and pets as well. So stay safe out there this evening. We'll tell you what you need to know as we take you to break. Learn how to line dance tomorrow night at Fireside Haven Studio. There is a $5 drop-in fee. The class runs from 5:45 until 6:30 p.m. Stay with us. It is a new year and everyone is looking to eat healthy and save money. Well, today we are doing healthy meals on a budget with the lovely Emily Richards, our first cooking class of 2026.
I know, I'm so excited.
Me too. Okay, so also all these meals are under $5 per serving, of course, because we're doing CTV News at 5. We're keeping it under $5 and we're going to make 3 different things that you can make at home too.
And I think that's the key. A lot of people, when they're grocery shopping, they don't necessarily think per serving, right? So you have a recipe, maybe it's just 2 of you at home or 1 or 3. Divide it by the number you have, and that's where you're really saving money.
Okay, perfect.
So we're going to start off with a crispy tofu sesame soy dish that's absolutely wonderful. And sometimes we want to change things up, and oftentimes tofu has something to give, and it's fabulous. So this is just a pan-fried tofu with sesame, soy, and a little bit of miso. And then to get a little bit of color and veggies in there, I have some frozen edamame and carrots. So a lot of the things that you can have are in your refrigerator or in your freezer. So that's really where you're going to pull out and save some money.
Love keeping frozen veggies. I also just started eating tofu last year, I believe. It's such a quick, easy dinner during a weeknight too.
It is, whether it's in a soup or in something like this. We have some rice noodles, so this is great if you have any gluten-free family members or if you're looking to kind of change things up a little bit. So these are quick to make because you can just pour some boiling water over them, and in about 5 minutes you have these beautiful noodles, and they work really well because of the sauciness of and this is a 1-dish meal. So you in a skillet and everything comes together and you have enough sauce to coat those noodles, which is absolutely wonderful.
Oh, this looks so good.
And you can dig in now. If you're a rice fan, you could definitely serve this with rice. And this could also be other frozen veggies. If you have mixed, carrots, peas, and corn, that would work here as well. And it just really adds quickness to dinner too. So that's kind of always something to look at.
I love it. Okay. I'm going to taste as we go.
Yes, please do. And I'm going to start our next recipe, which is an eggplant curry. So again, eggplant, I love eggplant, and I know it's not everybody's favorite vegetable.
I love it.
So do I. So I think it's wonderful. And what I did was I cubed the eggplant and I salted it, left it for about 10 minutes in a colander, and then I patted it dry with some paper towel and then started to pan fry it. So with a little bit of oil, you get this nice golden brown color. And then in order to get the flavor, I'm just using some curry powder. How is it, Leanne?
The flavors are divine.
Perfect. Just what I wanted to hear. And then this curry powder, you want to cook it for about, a minute so that you can start to get the flavor out, and it smells right away with that little bit of heat. And then I'm also going to add a can of chickpeas. Okay. And I'm leaving the liquid in here because that's going to help thicken this curry a little bit and give it a little bit of body. And this could be any type of bean that you have at home. So always great for, meals on a budget to have those canned beans. And then I'm also going to add a cup of passata. So this is just strained tomato, but if you have some pasta sauce, you can use that in here, or even some crushed tomatoes would work really, really nicely. And then you're going to let this simmer for about 10 minutes. But I think what really adds to this kind of pantry meal is the fresh herb, which is the cilantro that you just chopped.
Yeah, which some people love cilantro or they hate it. Personally, I love it. I can't get enough of it. So we are going to go ahead and add this whole bundle.
You definitely
cilantro in
want
there.
to do that. And because of the non-cilantro lovers in the world, this would be a great place to use mint or basil, or if you just had parsley, that would work too. And it's these types of things that really make those, healthy meals on a budget sing. So just that little bit of freshness. And really all we're doing here is simmering this so that the eggplant cooks and gets a little more tender, and then all the flavors come together.
Okay,
so
perfect.
this is great over rice or with a little bit of naan.
Yes,
and
this is
dinner's
our
done.
finished product. Voila! Cooking on TV, that's how it goes. And we'll let this simmer and make our kitchen
And the
smell
aromas
absolutely delicious.
That's right,
while
and
we're
the
at it.
aromas are fabulous.
Okay,
Now-
we've got one more meal for everyone.
And this one is probably going to be a big favorite because it goes to the freezer. So you can pick up a bag of frozen dumplings and frozen veg. And this is a sheet pan meal, which everybody loves.
Love it.
You just put it on, drizzle it with a little bit of oil, roast it for about half an hour, and you get this beautiful golden dumpling and veggies, which you can eat as is. But we're going to make a little bit more of a meal. So with some spinach,
Okay.
this could be romaine or Napa cabbage, whatever you have. And then you're going to put the dumplings and veggies right on top.
Perfect.
And then drizzle it with your favorite sauce. So if you have, I brought some sweet Thai chili sauce, a Korean sauce, anything like that. Even on its own, to be honest with you, the juiciness of the dumplings adds a lot of flavor to the veggies.
And this is great because we're getting our greens in as well.
That's right. And then just for an added bit of crunch, I always like sprinkling it with a little bit of nuts. So I brought some peanuts along, but if you had cashews or even sesame seeds or pumpkin seeds, that would be fabulous on here.
Oh, this smells really good too. This would be another weekday favorite too because it's so simple.
It is.
Just throw it in the oven.
That's right. And I think what's great is when you have these things on hand, that's really how these meals come together. So when we want to eat healthfully, having things on hand is the first step. And then, counting the pennies also helps too.
Exactly. There you go. Healthy meals on a budget. You can eat healthy and you can save money at the same time. Emily, thanks so much.
Thanks, Leanne.
Get your friends and get creative at Block 3 Brewing tomorrow night. They're hosting an acrylic pour workshop from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Tickets are $60 and are selling fast. You can find all the info online. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break. We are not getting away from it. Winter is here in full force this week. We're starting off strong.
Strong is one way to put it. I mean, it's cold, it's windy, and it's a little bit snowy. And we're going to get a whole plethora of different things over the next 12 hours or so. But let's start with a look outside to get us started. It sort of paints a picture, Leanne, of what we're in for. We saw the sun a little bit this afternoon, but that has now started to set for the evening. And who knows when we'll see it next. Hopefully we get little sneak peeks here and there. I hope everyone's enjoying their Monday, but for weather, there's lots to talk about. Let's get right to our warnings board. Environment Canada issuing them today in the orange zone. The blizzard warning has been issued. That means 20 to 40 centimeters of snow is expected to fall between today and overnight, with an additional 10 tomorrow. So you're going to see a lot of snow, but the big news as well is the wind. Between 70 to 90 kilometer-an-hour winds in that area, which means lots of blowing snow. Snow squalls can cause poor visibility on the roads. In the yellow zone, 5 to 10 centimeters of snow is expected, and lots of winds causing snow squalls as well. So if you have to be out and about, please to take your time and be safe. This is the band of precipitation that's causing all of those issues up through that southern Georgian Bay area, close to Wyerton. The darker the purple, the heavier the snowfall. That's going to sort of linger there as we get into Tuesday afternoon, or evening rather, and then it'll start to push away by Tuesday evening. So it is going to sort of taper off, but that doesn't mean you're out of the woods. Once all that snow has fallen, you're going to still see plenty of blowing snow with that wind gust. Let's look at temperatures around the country, starting on the west coast in Saskatoon and the prairies there, minus 16 in Thompson, minus 23 up in Iqaluit, minus 29 this hour. Very cold indeed. A little closer to home, we're looking at minus 23 in Thunder Bay, minus 6 in Ottawa, minus 5 in Montreal. On the east coast, it's pleasantly warm there. 1 degree in Halifax, as well as St. John's, Fredericton, and Charlottetown -4. Closer to home here, we're sitting at -10 in Kitchener-Waterloo, but feeling a lot colder than that with the wind chill, closer to -21 at this hour. And those temperatures are going to continue to drop overnight. We're expecting a low of -16 with around another 5 centimeters of snow to fall in Waterloo region, closer to feeling like -27 with the wind chill. Make sure you check on your neighbors, check on the unhoused, get out there and make sure if you are out there, you are bundling up and getting ready for it. It is dangerous conditions when it starts to get that cold. Tomorrow, temperatures really not rising that high, but -12 is the expected high with some flurry activities, -27 overall. Looking at our 5-day forecast, snow periods continuing for Wednesday, and then temperatures take another drop by Thursday and gets really cold by Friday, Leanne.
Yeah, very cold overnight lows, as you can see there, Friday and into the weekend too. Ash, thanks so much. Bundle up, because Kitchener's Chicopee ski hill continues to expand. The resort unveiling a new lift and hill this weekend.
Here we are at Chicopee. We're really excited to be riding our newest lift, the 4th one in 2 years. With the help of the Ontario government, we're very grateful. They've helped us with this lift and other infrastructure in terms of lighting and snowmaking on our new Run Freedom. For this new lift, this gives us added capacity of 2,600 people per hour moving them up the hill. So one of the things you'll notice when you get to Chicopee is we have virtually no lift lines, even when we're busy.
I like skiing.
Yes, you do. We're from Guelph, but we're here learning how to ski. Going to get ourselves set up to do some bigger hills in the future. With this type of lift, it gives a chance to try those intermediate hills. There's something in between the bunny hill and the lift. I think that's really important.
This is part of phase 4 of a 10-year plan to upgrade the resort's amenities. The lift accommodates up to 2,600 people per hour, limiting wait times for skiers and snowboarders. The new hill is named Freedom. People who tested it out told us they enjoyed it. Adding the new hills keep the experience fresh and interesting. Okay, here's what's trending today. It didn't take long for the Buffalo Bills to make a major change following Saturday's loss. The Bills have fired head coach Sean McDermott. The move comes after Buffalo season ended with a 33-30 OT loss to Denver Saturday. McDermott went 98-50 in the regular season in his 9 years with the Bills and 8-8 in the playoffs. Reports say GM Brandon Beane will be retained and lead the search for a new head coach. And it's been a mixed start down under for the Canadians at the Australian Open.
Yes, he's definitely stretching out the left hamstring there, but these moments...
Felix Auger-Aliassime retired in the 4th set of his opening round match. The 25-year-old says he was unable to continue, adding that he's never dealt with cramping so early in a tournament. Maria Stakusik also dealt with severe cramping in the final set of her first-round match, collapsing after a point before leaving the court in a wheelchair. Things were better for 2 other Canadians as Victoria Mboko and Denis Shapovalov won their opening matches in straight sets. Still ahead on CTV News at 5, a new loyalty program for frequent flyers. The perks Air Transat will be offering to passengers and how you can get on board. We'll have the details coming up. Before we go to break, we'll tell you what you need to know. Grand Harmony Chorus is having an open house tomorrow night from 7 till 8:30 at Christ Lutheran Church in Waterloo. It's free to attend. We'll have more news coming up. Here's our final 5 stories we're following. A long-running dispute between a former teacher and the Waterloo Region District School Board has come to an end. Carolyn Berjowski says her defamation lawsuit against the Waterloo Region District School Board has been settled. The case relates to an incident 4 years ago in January 2022 when Berjowski was presenting to the Board of Trustees about the appropriateness of books in school libraries. Her presentation was stopped partway through after then board chair Scott Piatkowski said he had concerns she could violate the Ontario Human Rights Code. Berjowski later launched a $1.7 million lawsuit against the board and Piakowski, alleging defamation, libel, and slander. Both sides have now reached a settlement, but say they cannot share any details of what it entails. Berjowski says she will release a financial accounting of her legal costs and public fundraising contributions in a video update in March. Today marks the start of a federal program offering compensation to people who turn in banned firearms. Some 25,000 guns, including the AR-15, have been outlawed since May 2020. Owners of these guns have until March 31st of this year to declare they have them and then turn them in for compensation on a first-come, first-served basis. If owners of the banned weapons haven't disposed of them by October 30th of this year, they could face prosecution. Canada's inflation rate edged up slightly in December, rising to 2.4%, following a 2.2% increase in November. Stats Canada says the year-over-year acceleration across all items in the Consumer Price Index was driven by the removal of GST, HST tax break that had been in effect the year before. Grocery prices rose 5%, with coffee and frozen beef rising the fastest, 30% and nearly 17% respectively. Gas prices fell nearly 14% in December. The third Monday in January is known by many as Blue Monday, or the most depressing day on the calendar. Blue Monday's designation as the saddest day of the year was debunked soon after it was created more than 20 years ago as a marketing stunt by a UK travel company. Yet it does continue to resonate culturally. The Center for Addiction and Mental Health posts an annual survival guide online that acknowledges there's no scientific basis for Blue Monday, but that the premise rings true, and shrinking daylight hours and the arrival of holiday bills contribute. Air Transat is planning to introduce a new loyalty program for the second half of this year. The airline has not offered any details yet, but says the collaboration with Desjardins Group and Visa will offer travelers exclusive benefits and an improved experience through a simple and flexible approach. The company insists it will also create value for Transat and its investors. If you're looking to get away, maybe something to look into in the coming months. We'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. All right, that's it for us. We're back at the top of the hour. Tony Grace will have your next local news at 6. For now, we will send it over to CTV National. Have a great night. Stay safe out there.